Daryl here. The channel is Programming in Any Language. Supporting website is programminginanylanguage.com or black-duck.com. They both take you to the same place. And it's a place where you'll find the videos and PDFs of the code. The video is Inheritance Demo Part 4, Saving the File. We are done with the classes. This step is simply programming of stepping through a list and writing data out to a file. In this case, the file will be a comma delimited file so we can import the data to a spreadsheet. Besides saving all the data, we will also pass a header record to the file so that the spreadsheet import will readily identify each column in the spreadsheet. Watch. Saving the file is fairly straightforward. That's what we're going to do next in our Inheritance Demo Part 4 is saving the file. We won't need the classes at all for this thing. We're simply using our data and we're going to, our make and model, all this stuff is going to be gone. The only thing we're going to be using is our button save. That's the only thing that's going to be there, what we're going to need. So we'll do that. And we're looking at this area right here on our hierarchy chart. We save, we're going to open the StreamWriter. We're going to select the output file, write the records from the list, and then close the file. We're going to do this all straightforward. We're going to put everything in the /debug/bin folder. We could still have the user select where he's going to put it and what he's going to name it. But we're just going to bypass that just to get this done and put it in one place so we can actually look at that. So that's what we're going to do next. How do we do that? Well, our button save routine is going to be created like this. We're going to have a write counter sitting here so we can keep track of the number of records we're actually writing. We're then going to create a vehicle record. This is going to be a header for our spreadsheet. It's going to say type, and we're going to put a comma delimited in there. Make, model, mileage, price, drive, doors, passengers. We're going to have all these commas in here. So we're going to concatenate this to be the header for our spreadsheet. We're then going to open the StreamWriter, vehicle file. We're going to create text. We're going to create a brand new file from this thing. We're going to call it vehicle CVS. And we're going to say vehicle file, write line, and we're going to write that first record, that header record right over here. Then we're going to create our loop. So our header is going to be out there. And then we're going to truck through the list, starting with 0, and until we actually reach the end of the list and put it in place. We're going to format the record by passing it the right counter and our reference for our str vehicle record. That format's going to fill it, and then once you get that vehicle record back, we're going to go ahead and write the line. We're all done with the loop. We're going to close the file and let the user know that the data has been written on disk. If we have any problem whatsoever, it'll show up in this error routine. We're then going to format the record when we actually do call it up here. If you look at this format piece right here, we want to do the same thing we're doing up here, concatenate the data. Well, rather than do that down here, we're going to actually call a format routine to actually do that, make our code a little bit cleaner. And so we're doing it right here. We're actually taking the format, we're bringing in index, we're bringing in the reference for the string record, and then we're taking our string record and we're creating a concatenation of all the pieces in our list and bringing that down to us, and then going ahead and writing it out. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to be working with the Save button. So we'll go ahead and click on our Save button, and we've got it sitting right here, and we'll actually put that stuff in place, all the code we needed for this thing. And that includes that header record we're making, make, model, mileage, price, drive, doors, and type, of course, is on the top of that thing. And putting all this in place. We've got our format record. It's going to be an error here because we don't have that method created yet. But we're going to be opening the file, vehicle CVS, and we're going to write the first record, write that header. And then we're going to have our loop, which is going to go through and literally go ahead and look at the list one at a time and grab each record in that list and put it out to our file. We're going to close the file, let the user know, and our exception will only encounter this if an error happens or something of that nature. The next thing we do need to do is actually create that format routine. So, private void format record. We're going to pass it into X. We're going to have a reference to str record. And we need to spell it right. And we then place in our data, which is nothing more than a concatenation of all the pieces in our list. We need to say record here. Do have an error there. And that's it. That's all we need to do. Now we can test this thing. Save all. Start it. Put in our data we used before. We'll go ahead and put a truck in. Four-wheel drive. And we'll put in an SUV. It's a 5-passenger vehicle. Create it. Done. We're not going to save this data. Data written to disk. So it does say it's there. So we can actually close this thing off and go. Next thing we do is simply to go ahead and look at it and see if we actually have our data and work with that spreadsheet piece. We'll do that next. Well, that was pretty straightforward. The next step will be to actually use a spreadsheet to view what we've entered in our program. Thanks for watching. Visit the website when you get a chance, and please subscribe to the channel. There's more stuff coming every week. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.